Yeah, I'd try and build a festival around the day that you want to be your biggest day. I spent some time on the Hawara committee when I was in Taranaki, and there was only one race day that really boomed and the whole town came to. And in a smaller club, I would investigate Facebook marketing. Basically, if you've got a race day you want to blow up, and you put a pin on top of your race course and draw a circumference around the town and just blast them with marketing about the race day being on. If you don't know how that works, then you need to find someone, because it's so cheap to basically blast your whole community and get a message in front of them on Facebook that this race day is happening. And then try and add something either the day before to make it a bit of a, all right, this is something to look forward to. It's not just a one-off day. So that'd be one suggestion. I think on the flip side, I think probably just accepting that the opportunities for entertainment are so broad now that it's just the reality of how it is. And I think some of the clubs are just going to have to come together and pull resources, pull days, work together, and just accept that we can't get the demand side right of the sport, and we can't do it fast enough to sustain what we're doing already. So how can we future-proof what's going to end up happening? Unless for some reason 1.4 million more people wake up tomorrow and decide that they're going to start betting and use their disposable income on betting, we're not going to solve the problem. I know Gary and the boys are working day in, day out trying to add people into the top of the funnel for the TAB, but it won't scale fast enough for us to solve the problem. So I think we just need to accept the reality and set up the future-proof for some of those things, and look at what some of the other sports that may be struggling are trying to do and leverage off some of the things that they're doing. Spoke to Paul from Ellerslie and said, mate, the night before the Karaka Million, the cricket have announced that they've got a 2020. I'm like, let's get on the blower to cricket, or figure out how can we get those guys coming to a race day the next day. A heap of those people coming to that T20 are going to be turning up for for that out of town. So let's get them the next day coming to the race day because they got a half price ticket. So getting creative around those sorts of things and leveraging off what the other guys with a bigger budget are doing. I spent some time in Darwin, and their carnival runs for I think 4 days, where it's 2 days of racing and there's a black tie ball, and there's just so much going on, and 50% of the visitors are interstate. So 1 in 2 people there are bloody turning up from out of town to spend their money. And I guess the confronting thing economy-wise and nationwide is that we're not getting any richer. We've got a $52,000 average wage in New Zealand, or average income. Take 10 grand off that, you've got 42 grand left to spend. Cost of price, housing's going up, petrol, etc., etc., etc. So there's not going to be a large disposable dollar for betting or buying horses. So these are just the realities of what we're dealing with. And I guess maybe the positive is that if we do hit a recession, I think people gamble more because they're looking for a quick win or something to excite them.
It's factually correct, yes.
Yeah, thank you. So so maybe there's a big opportunity for us there if we do hit a recession too. So we'll look out for that and see what we can do around that.